Alright guys, so I need to cut my headphones off since I'm not using them. Power it off. They're supposed to go off, but they're not going off. There they are. So I can see myself in the screen. It's a really nice calm day. I don't know if it's because it's rain. Well, it seems like it's going to rain, or we have a lot of clouds out right now. Nobody's really out. But wanted to get right into it. I don't know how long I'll be on here live. It all depends on the questions and how many people of you are watching. But first and foremost, I want to commend all of my clients. They're on the ball. They're getting their they're getting their cardio done. They're getting their meals done. I am extremely proud of you guys. This is for you, most importantly for you. So don't skip out on yourself. This is for you. This is gonna better everything else around you. It's not just about diet and training. It is definitely about mental and spiritual health. So having all of those things in place and learning yourself to get into that and getting to a peace where you need to be, it helps in the long run when you come across things that are stressful in your life. It makes it a lot easier to keep up with it, and you know what to do when you come across stress, especially if you're doing it now during a stressful moment in your life. So I really want to commend my girls. You're doing good. I know some of you are pretty shy, and some of you are like, oh, I love the group thing, it's so cool, let me share. We're all different, so but I'm still keeping eyes and tabs on you, trust me, despite everything that I'm personally going through. So just to give you guys a synopsis of what I'm going through, and I think I've mentioned it before, I didn't go quite into detail. I'm dealing with marital issues. You guys may or may not know that, I deal with my husband. He has PTSD and manic depression. And I'm learning that it's starting to come into bipolarism. And lately he's been having what we call a manic episode. And it's very stressful on the spouse as well, on me. There's a lot of unfinished business, let's just say, personal for him that hasn't been handled. And it has brought us to the point where I have to step back and I have to take care of me, because that is something that I cannot handle or help him with. So let's just say lots of prayer is all I can do. I've gotten tons of confirmation from you guys that I've talked to, family members, his family, my family, people who are already dealing with this kind of situation already, therapists. I'm just gonna have to step back. And that's hard to do when you're a person that really cares about people who go through that particular struggle. But I'm recognizing that I'm not perfect. I need help just like anybody else. And the only person who can fix that and everything else is God, period. So my focus is on that. Keeping my relationship with God intact. Keep praying and just keep doing. There's a scripture that mentions that there's more happiness in giving than there is in receiving. And I can really attest to that, because it's been such a happy moment for me to help you guys get into your fitness goals, learning how to deal with stress management, not just from telling you, but from, experience and from being an example. And that's important to me. And how that ended up happening is an interchange of encouragement from you guys. So you have become my my help as well. So that's what I've been going through. We're kind of in a separated situation. in the same home, living together. We don't talk. That sucks. But hey, there are some times where you just got to shut off all emotions, keep them between you and Jehovah, and keep it moving. So, how to deal with stress? Yes, and I know I'm not the only one that's going through this. So I feel like I need to start sharing a little bit more personal, but not so personal with you guys. But it lets you guys know that I've been struggling. You know, it may not look like that. Hey, April. It may not look like that from what you guys see in the videos, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle, especially when you're the person without the mental issues, and it's got you questioning yourself that maybe you do got some issues too. Wait, let me see if something's wrong with me. Let me check myself, you know. And in the end, it does turn out to be that you're being emotionally abused. Not purposefully, but just because of the illness and imperfection. So that's what I've been dealing with. So that's why this is my favorite place to walk. I know I missed last Wednesday because that's when it got pretty heated for us. And to have live cardio talks. But after just settling down and really praying about it to myself, and you know, I have work to do. So I still have to take care of myself, which is most important. Because if I fall, we all fall. So, and I get that. So the kids are not in the home. Their mom, as you've seen from a previous video, she came and kidnapped her babies, rightfully so. I have to say, she is the mother. Those are her children. Despite the fact that they love being in the home with me and my husband, they love their father, and I know they love me dearly, and I know they miss us dearly. But at this point, when it comes to children, it is way more important for them to be in a safe position right now than to be in the middle of something like this. And that's what I'm gathering. And so it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. You know, some things just need to get taken care of. It doesn't need to stay lingering until the point where it completely blows up. So I know they miss us, but I do feel that they're in a safer place right now, where they're not dealing with that emotional aspect of it. The only thing they're dealing with is probably just missing us. And I'm pretty sure God got them. So I miss them so much, but it'll be okay. So last Wednesday, I didn't get a chance to do a live video with you guys. And today I got a chance to do it. And I'm working out my shoulders as I'm doing it because it allows me to hold the camera or my phone up. But the Wednesday before that, we had mentioned that there were some things you guys should be doing, 2 things we should be doing to help with, you know, your health and your fitness goals. And one of them was cardio, or just walking to, you know, release some stress. Doesn't matter how long you walk. I mentioned that at least 3 times a day, if not more, you should be walking for at least 30 minutes. It gives you time to clear your head. You're burning calories in that sense. You're burning fat if you're doing it fasted. And it's just a good way to get some exercise in. The second thing I mentioned was that you needed to take out one thing out of your diet. I don't know how many you've got. Each week you're taking something out of your diet that needs to be eliminated so that oh, my arms, they're sore because I taught 2 pole classes, so that you're getting back to your diet or getting into a diet that's more clean and more wholesome. That was the key. So we're actually in the 3rd Wednesday, considering I missed one. Yep, came from an hour walk. Awesome, April, that's good. So we just came from, actually we're in our 3rd week. So that means there's 3 things that you have eliminated and you didn't go back to them, or more than likely you've, you know, might have went back and had to start back over again. It's totally fine. Eventually, the more you keep doing it, the better it gets and the more it becomes a habit. So those were the things that I mentioned, and I'm still asking you to continue to do that because we're not in our 4th week yet. We want to do this for a full month, starting off just doing your cardio, just walking, or whatever it is that you do first thing in the morning or whenever you have time, 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and start eliminating the bad stuff out of your diet, the stuff that you know triggers emotional stress, triggers physical stress. It's just not good for your diet. So that's where we are. So we're on our third week. It's Wednesday. You've probably already started from a Monday. This is me kind of like slightly coaching for free on this part. But to my clients, I'll have videos up for you guys on the website. Today, it's going to be a few of them because we got to talk about water intake. We've got to talk about fat burners and choosing the right ones. Some of you are already taking fat burners right now. Some of you shouldn't be yet. You only got 2 weeks to focus on this diet. Then we get into fat burners and training, because we want to make sure that diet is intact. Diet is key. It makes you feel good. Trust me, it makes you feel good. You're working your body from the inside out. So, how to manage stress. Whew. I'm pretty sure we all got our ways of managing stress. I think the most common way to manage stress that we all do is we withdraw and we go into this little bubble and we stay there thinking it's protecting us. And it doesn't. It makes things worse, because everything that's going on in your head, how you feel, is bottled up inside of you, and it will explode later. So dealing with stress means you need to talk to a trusted friend. Somebody that understands you, that knows you, and can be objective and less judgmental. Most important. If you have a friend that you come across, you love them, but they seem to be a bit judgmental, that is exactly what you don't want to deal with. You don't need judgment. You just need to get it out. You don't want anybody to judge your feelings, how you feel, because sometimes when you're under stress, you have this thing called wild talk, and I can attest to that. You're either talking out of anger or extreme, just emotional outbursts, and you may say things that you don't mean, or you may say things that you feel, but you feel like they're very negative, but it's your feelings. So you want to deal with stress, first you need to talk it out. Talk to a friend. You can talk to me if you like. But talk to a friend that can be objective to your situation and not judgmental about it. If for any reason you don't have friends that you really feel you could do that with, I will encourage you to find a therapist. A therapist is amazing. Okay? They're objective. Most of them are not judgmental, I'll say that. Most of them are not judgmental. Also make sure you explain to them what your beliefs are too, because that does help. Because that helps them to understand where your thought pattern is when it comes to your personal beliefs. So let that be known too. But a therapist it helps. And don't think it means you're crazy. It just means that you need someone to help you through your stress management, whatever it is that you're going on. Sometimes you just need to talk. There's so many avenues that you can take that are free. You can research it. If I get a chance after this video, which I probably will be able to because I still got a lot of videos to upload and get together, I'll see if I can send some links down that you can talk to someone. 211 is a very resourceful number that you can reach. I know a lot of people may know 211. You just call 211 and just ask for, I need some help. I need someone to talk to. I need a therapist, something. They also provide help for if you need to move, you need a new job, you need cash to take care of bills. 211 is it. So that's how I did it. So call in 211. They'll give you all of the resources that you need. They'll text it to you, they'll email it to you, and they'll tell you. So, and give you numbers and addresses. So that helps. But that's the first thing to help with stress management or dealing with any kind of stress in your life. Does not matter what it is. It can seem small to other people to the point where you think, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It is that big of a deal if you're just feeling stressed out about it. So talk to somebody and get it out. Another thing about stress, how to manage it. Sometimes we don't realize that we're putting ourselves under stress. And that means that we're in a position to control what that stress is. And sometimes we can actually do something about it. So if you are putting yourself under stress, or you're in a situation where you can control how that stress is going on in your life, whatever it is, remove it. Ask for help and guidance to remove it. Because that means it's a choice that you can make. So that's another thing. Identify the stress and identify if it's something that you can actually control. And the last point, if you cannot at all control the stress, just pray. Sounds so cliche, but it's so real. Sounds cliche to some people. I mean, it sounded cliche to me when I was younger and I didn't know. People tell you that's what you do. It seemed like it helped you mentally, but didn't really help much, did it? But yeah, it requires patience, understanding, definitely patience, and just enough to deal with it. So if you can't control it, ask for the strength to deal with it. Those are my 4. Stress management, or was it 3? Talk to somebody, control the stress, and definitely pray if you can't control it. Sounds good? So if you guys don't have many questions, I mean, it's totally fine to start asking me questions now. I just wanted to get that out. I don't even know how long I've been running. Well, not running, walking. I'm hot and I feel sweaty right now, so whatever I'm doing is working. Been walking for 32 minutes. So I have a Apple Watch now. I still have my Q band, which I really like that because I feel like that one gets my heart rate better. So I tend to use that one for like if I'm weight training. I haven't been to the gym, honestly, guys, in almost 3 weeks. It's been almost a month. And here's the thing, I'm still on my diet, but I'm looking a different kind of lean. Like my abs are starting to show. I haven't done any ab exercises. Only workouts that I do was really just walking and my pole classes, and I'm about to start teaching pole conditioning, so that's going to be more like high intensity interval training type workouts that doesn't include pole dancing and whatever. It's just teaching, because I do have group fitness licensing too. So yeah, so that's really all I've been doing is walking. Yeah, Mondays and Tuesdays are my very most busiest days, so I try to get videos in every Monday. So just bear with me. I'm going through some things, you guys know, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm seriously, diet and walking is enough. So I got to get back into the gym, which that's my plan. Next week, Monday, there's a program that I'm going to be following that only a small number of my clients will be following with me because of their profiles. So we'll be doing the same, but I have something different for everybody else. I'm almost done with that. I care for you guys. If you are any of my clients and you're watching me, trust me, I care for you a lot. And so I've been really studying and listening and watching what you're doing in the group, and it helps me to work around what you're walking only. Yep, that's you all day. It's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong if you are not a gym person. If you like to work out at home, awesome. I'm telling you guys, there's so many resources here on YouTube other than myself that, you know, you can do workouts. Just a nice quick 30-minute workout in your room. That's what I used to do. So when I started off from 220 pounds, yeah, that's what I did. It's just focused on diet and walking and just doing some exercises from like Fitness Blender was the first that I started off with. And they have awesome workouts. They're an awesome couple. And they seem to have a care for their clients and, you know, and for everybody in general, you know, so I love their workouts. But yeah, I'm going to be back in the gym. I do have some goals that I'm trying to meet. London was where I was supposed to go for August next month because, you know, I won my competition and got invited to London for fitness model. That's what WBFF. I'm still reaching that goal. I wanted to do NPC in September. It happens to be on the day of my father's birthday, September 30th, which is the day he also died in 2008 from cancer. But I'm choosing not to do that one. NPC, I don't think, just because that's my body type, that's something I really want to do. I'm looking at the politics behind it, and I'm just not interested now. So research. So I'm gonna just go back to WBFF. I love that federation a lot better. There's two others I'm still doing some research on, so once I get an idea of how, I'll let you guys know. But I think I'm pretty much going to be sticking with WBFF. Their next show is November, and I don't think I'll be doing the transformation division again. I'll be doing the Diva Fitness category. So that means you guys get to see me make my theme wear and everything, because I'm doing it myself. So I already have a sponsor, so that's not the issue. But let's see, which direction do I want to go? This way. Yeah, so that's the goal, and that's not till November. So I'm already lean enough, so that gives me enough time to just really focus on building a little bit more muscle and then going back to leaning myself out. But yeah, the stress of my marriage and everything has played a toll on my body, and my body is looking at it a different way. Whereas before, I used to gain a lot of weight under stress. But because my diet is different, my body is reacting different to stress. So my actual body type is starting to kick in when it comes to stress. So I don't know if it's showing you guys, if I can see the chat messages, because some of them are coming up kind of late. But it doesn't matter. As things kind of calm down a little bit here for me and making sure all my clients and stuff are good, I'm going to try to do this more than once and for shorter periods, you know, no more than like 30 minutes, because I'm used to doing these for an hour. So okay, that workout at home. Yep, workout at home, April. So if you're not a gym person like me, I'm a gym person, so I like bodybuilding. So anything to change the way my body looks, I've come to enjoy it. But key, this is definitely just walking and getting that diet together. That's just naturally a good thing to do, because it helps release stress. So well, I'm almost done with my trail. It's definitely been good talking to you guys. I will see you guys next Wednesday, and I will definitely have a video up on Monday. After this video is uploaded, I think you guys, if you're able to, and you watch this all the way to the end, give me an idea of what kind of video you want to see Monday. Even if you tell me now, I'll be able to see it. But what kind of video you would like to see Monday, that can kind of help motivate you guys, and we can go from there. I probably might do something that relates to if, you know, something that relates to gym memberships or something like that. I'm already telling you Planet Fitness is the cheapest and it's the best for right now, even though I go to a powerlifting gym. How do you get over feeling intimidated at the gym? That is a perfect video. Ha! Yes, it's a perfect video. Got an idea. I think that's going to be the video Monday. And then if I get good enough comments and good enough views on it, I'm going to continue the discussion of it on Wednesday. So yeah, how to be less intimidated of the gym. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, it can be intimidating because a large percentage of people who are in the gym are men. So yeah, even though Planet Fitness is the most affordable, the whole no judgment zone thing is baffling to me, because it seems like their whole way of doing things is very judgmental. But that's just me. Nobody should judge anybody. I don't care how fit or unfit you are. If you're in the gym, fit or unfit, it shouldn't even matter. You're in there for yourself. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna remember that too. So how to be less intimidated in the gym. They are men and seem to already be fit. Yeah. Well, because they're men. I mean, men don't hold body fat like women. They don't carry children. They don't carry life. Yeah, being secure with yourself. And I can honestly say at first I was a little bit intimidated too, but pre-workout helps. Pre-workout will take that whole insecurity edge right on off. It just does something to your focus, and stuff that you just never thought you would ever do in the gym, you'll do it because you got this weird sense of energy. And you ain't even thinking about what other people are thinking about you. You're just trying to do this exercise. But yeah, how to know when you need to increase weight. I can tell you that now. If you can do 20 or more, it's time to increase the weight. Yes, you know you're at a good weight if you can do at least 5, and it's a struggle to get the last 2 in. That's a good weight for you, and just keep it at 5 reps. Sets is up to you, whether you do 3 to 5 sets, it's up to you. But if you can do at least 5 and those last 2 are a struggle, that's the weight you want to stick with until you can at least do 10, and then till at least you can do 15. And then once you can do 20, it's time to increase the weight and start back over again. So I'm gonna repeat that again on Monday because somebody asked me that. One of my clients asked me that too. So that's a good way to do it. Here's my friend. He's always walking. It's so hot. Looking into BCAAs. Yes, BCAAs, branched chain amino acid, is what it is. It's like a form of protein. It's really good for vegans and vegetarians, or just bodybuilders in general. Is it necessary? No. Does it work still? Yes. You know, it's really just based on preference with BCAAs. But I really do like it for training purposes, or for people who are not getting a lot of protein through meat source. So I think BCAAs is really good, or a vegan protein powder works. So BCAAs is really good for training, but it's not like a pre-workout. Pre-workout has some form of a like caffeine type of substances, and you got to read the ingredients. And that might be another thing I can mention, but that would probably be more so in my online coaching website, the science behind pre-workouts and how it works. But it does give you that focus, it does give you that energy. Increase your metabolism, eat more, stop eating less. That's how you can increase your metabolism. If you're eating too low, you're slowing your metabolism down. That's hard to comprehend, because you're always told the less you eat, you should be losing weight. But that may not necessarily be the case, because you may already have an extremely slow metabolism. Metabolism means that you need to be able to digest this food pretty quickly, and the next meal you're hungry. You're ready in another 2 to 3.5 hours to eat again. And when your metabolism is revved up, your fat doesn't have to stick around because it feels like you are feeding it, and it doesn't feel like it needs to protect your body anymore. You're putting it in starvation mode when you are not eating enough foods. And when I mean eating enough, like higher volumes of vegetables, you know, the good stuff. Proteins, if you eat them, you know, certain carbs. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you're probably more of a high carb person anyway. So you probably eat more carbs. Good carbs are your potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, you know, oatmeal sparingly. Eat more foods. Eat higher volumes of the good foods. And you'll pick your metabolism up. So that's how you do it. So I know we've been told the less you eat, the more weight you lose. No, because you already probably have a slow metabolism. So eat more. And also don't be agitated at the fact that if you try to eat more and it's just not happening, like you're full pretty quickly, don't worry about it. Just wait till next 2.5, 3 hours, 4 at the longest. If you're doing intermittent fasting style in any way, 4 hours, you should be eating again. You should be hungry. If you're not, that means your leptin levels are off, and that's where the cheat meals come into play. But that's for online coaching though. So if you are interested in being coached by me, and I'm telling you now, it's more than just the diet and the training, it's the science behind all of it. It does help you. I mean, and I'm going to explain it not so scientifically, but very much so like we're third graders because we're adults and we're very logical and we overthink things, and it becomes complicated, and no longer is it simple. And so now you don't know what to do because it's too much information, and we do that to ourselves. So I've done it to myself. So there's nothing wrong with treating yourself like a lab rat, I guess, to get the idea down of what works for you. So you want to speed up your metabolism, eat more good foods, and watch how hungry you get. All right, we're at 32 minutes. How often do I indulge in cheat meals? I do one of two things. I either have cheat items in one of my meals every now and then. So say 7 days, maybe 2 or 3 days out of that week, one of my meals has a cheat item. Like instead of having sweet potato, I might have macaroni and cheese. And I'll have, you know, a handful. Use your hands as portion size. That's a cheat item instead of a cheat meal. Need to do it. Yeah, so that's how I do it. The other way is I stay on a strict diet for 6 days, and my 7th day I don't count calories. I don't even follow the meal plan. I just eat whatever the heck I feel like eating. I tend to call that an emotional day because, you know, a lot of us are emotional eaters, and sometimes we don't know we are. So with cheat meals, how often do I do it? Maybe once a week, or once every 3 weeks, or if I'm not prepping for a show, I'll do cheat items like maybe 3 times in the week with one meal. Does that make sense? And that's what I do. That's what works for me. Those two ways of doing it, I think generally works for any and everybody. And just I have to hear what your circumstance is. My cheat meal consists of exactly what I just said. Whatever the heck I feel like eating. It can be Doritos, it can be pizza, it can be, you know, fried chicken and cornbread and all that good stuff. Whatever I want to eat. The things that you are somewhat kind of depriving yourself of because they're not necessarily healthy to have every day. So, but they're good to have at least once. you know, in a while. Now, if I'm doing a prep and I have a cheat meal, most common is like a hamburger and sweet potato fries, a higher volume of it. That's one. Or if I do have like sweet potatoes, usually it's sweet potatoes, I'll have a higher volume of it than what I'm supposed to have, you know. Or Red Robin's, they have burgers and fries. You know, it's really just eating whatever you feel like eating. You're building your leptin levels back up for that. So if you're on a strict eating the same stuff every day for 6 days, and then you come to that cheat meal, you're gonna want to go back to your strict eating. And when I say strict eating, I don't mean strict less eating. I mean strict eating what works for you, and at a nice amount so that your metabolism isn't slowed down. I don't even count miles anymore. I just do things by time. But right now it's been 51 minutes because I started walking way before I started my live video. I'm at 2.5 miles right now, and it's been 51 minutes. So I'm at a moderate pace. I'm not walking like extremely fast. And the 1 day off, yeah. Cheat items are pretty good for people who just have a hard time just, you know, letting a lot of things, if they have a lot of things on their list to let go, and it's just that one thing they're like, I just can't let it go. Like bagels is one thing. I can totally understand why that's hard to, because it's a carb, and it's not a bad carb, but it is if you have it every day, all the time. But there's ways to get around it. It's just having it at a certain time. And it works out for you. So, but yeah, cheat items or cheat day. So either stay strict the whole week and then pig out. Thank you so much. I got it. My arms is probably I'm not gonna even need to work them out today because my shoulders just holding them up. And this is how I do my exercise with you guys too. When I talk, I can keep my arms up and it works my delts. So all right guys, I want to call it a show, a day, I don't know. Day is just beginning for all of us. So if you're at work, get up, drink some water. Oh. The last day of high school is going to piss you off. If you are at work, please get up every few minutes, drink some water, breathe, and then sit down. If you are not at work and you are at home, enjoy your day, get stuff done, and just peace out. Just peace out. I thank you guys for watching me. Thank you for listening to me and what I'm going through. I hope this is encouraging other people, because me getting it out to you guys has really helped me, and it has encouraged me. And so now I feel like not only do you see me as a help to you, now I see you as somebody I can come to, and you guys would totally understand. Totally understand, no matter how different our situations are. So thank you guys for listening to me. To my lovely clients, I will see you pretty soon in the group chat. So we got to get some stuff together, and I got to make sure you guys know what's happening next. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Phyllis, for prayers. Thank you. I will see you guys next video.